not exactly a disaster, although I'm sure a lot of her fans thought it might have been a disaster if they couldn't secure tickets. But Taylor Swift was having, she's touring Australia, and obviously there's a Melbourne tour happening as part of that, and the Victorian government actually declared it a major event in the hopes of preventing ticket scalping. Although I don't know how successful they were at doing that, because it sounds like people were still going out and scalping the tickets. And it's interesting, isn't it, that I don't know. It's been quite a while since I've actually purchased a ticket to go to a live event like that, quite some time. And even then I felt it was kind of daunting, because, I would want to think that I'd rather have a more casual approach to it, that you could just log on and buy it. But it seems like if you don't do it within the first 6 seconds of it going live, you're probably going to get shut out. And then it's the scalpers who've got some sort of, I don't know, like a computer set up that's ready to auto buy the second the thing is open, and then you're shut out anyway, and you have to buy it for 3 times the price from a scalper if you were wanting to go that way. So I don't know if any of this is any good, or whether there's an opportunity here for them to reform the system in terms of how to purchase tickets, but I just can't see it happening. Like as long as they get the money from all the tickets being bought, they don't care really where it comes from, and it probably doesn't matter to them about the user experience.
Well, that's right. Look, I'm highly cynical of any, government that says they're going to try and regulate like ticket scalping. I mean, at the other end of the scale, if you don't want scalping, how about nobody buys tickets that are being scalped? Just a suggestion. As for technology, I had friends who missed out on tickets, and I had friends who got tickets very easily. And it seems they were all going for tickets at different locations and times. And it seems, it's luck of the draw. And from my own personal experience, I've tried to book tickets for events in the past, and sometimes I've found it incredibly easy. It opens up, you're straight in, but 9 times out of 10, it seems like you're locked out. So I don't know that there's any sort of conspiracy going on to block out ordinary people. I think it's just the sheer volume, and if you're lucky, you get in, and if you get in, you get your tickets. And if you choose to scalp them, it's really not very ethical, but if you got them, surely they're yours to do with what you will, and it's a free market, so maybe you should be allowed to profiteer. I don't know.
The dark side of living in an inflationary economy where cost of living is biting, is it?
Well, I will say this, though. I mean, these are going to be amazing concerts by any standard. I mean, 3.5-hour shows that are just visually and musically and artistically are just going to be absolutely fantastic. And, of course, you've probably heard the chatter around Australia, some states not being visited by Tay-Tay, and I'm thinking like, well, when you put on a show of that magnitude, and it must take a lot of energy to put on a performance like that, really impressive energy to be a professional and then to provide or present a show like that, and to be effectively as a solo act in a lot of ways. I'm not sure that, it'd be possible to do much more than 5, 6, 7 shows within a fortnight. That's hard work.
Absolutely. And I guess we'll hear all about it in the coming weeks or whatever. Actually, I don't even know when they were actually going, but I'm sure we'll hear about it, because it managed to dominate the news for the better part of a week or so.
Don't worry, Ben. The hysteria will be absolutely whipped up. There'll be, will they be random, just, chance shots of her out in a beanie in the middle of, summer sun or something like that with a, or will they be set up? Who knows? But there'll be sightings everywhere. She'll be at restaurants, she'll be at venues, she'll be at places, and people are going to go absolutely mental. We know that for a fact.
No, they will.